Good morning, dear students. Welcome to online classes. This is P. Ramreddy, lecturer, Department of English, Government Degree College, Mahbubabad. Today, our topic is language skills, types of language listening. Now, let us go to discuss the language skills. First of all, we should know about the language. What is language? In our general sense, we have some definition, that is which we use to communicate the ideas, thoughts and feelings to others to call is a language here. But what is language means here? Language is the divine gift of God. See here, we are all social animals. So the animals are there in the part of our this globe, but they have their own language. But our language is having some importance in day-to-day communication. So the God has given it is a as a gift to us. It is language that distinguishes man from animals. This language is making us are different from the animals, because the animals can send the symbols only or signs only through their to communicate with the other animals, but the man, the human beings, can communicate with his words and body language. Language is man's finest asset, which is the best asset which is given by the God, which is given by God to the human beings. Language does mean a collection of words strung together in sentences, but each word having a separate identity and meaning. The language it is a great asset to the human beings. The others are not having this type of language, and it is a collection of words which we are netting together to get a meaningful sentence, and each word is having its own identity. In fact, having a separate identity. In fact, the words are brought together in special ways to give highly systematic order from we get a meaning. So to get a meaning, we are arranging the words in highly systematic way. In general sense, already I have said, the language means which we use it to communicate with other people's the thoughts, ideas, feelings, and others is called a language, which is being shared by the social group peoples. Now, English also a language. English is also a language used to give expression to thoughts and feelings of a social group, but it is a foreigner language, not Indian's language. Though we have many languages in the world, sorry, in India, but we are being followed the English language, because the English language it has become the global language. In this global world, we must need the English language to survive, to get the jobs, to communicate with other peoples, to sorry, to survive anywhere of the world, from in India, other than India, in any foreign country we can live. That is only possible with English language. And within the India also, we have to communicate, we have to work within a group. The people from different states, the people they did not know that our language, our I am from Telangana, our language they don't know. The Oriya person will come to us, the Oriya we don't know, he doesn't know our Telugu. So here to bring the unity among the team, the English language is there, which is forcibly rubbed on the world by the Britishers. The language is today has become the global language, and it is playing a vital role, and it is acting like the ambassador among the people, and it is like acting as a mediator one to another's. Like though we are not foreigners, here it has become the necessity to follow the English language. Language as a skill, not only English language, any language is as a skill. Language is essentially a skill. It is not a content based subject like science, social studies, commerce, and mathematics. As you know, this being the arts or science students, you know, the science people, science subjects are having the formulas. Commerce subjects also are having the formulas. Mathematics also having the formulas and theorems. They can follow the on the base of the formulas and theorems to do to get the knowledge in their subjects. But language is not the subject like that content based subject like science and social studies, commerce, and mathematics. It is a language. This aim, the language aim is to imparting information and fill the human mind with knowledge. All the subjects, either it is a science or a maths or a physical science or social studies, all we should learn through the using this language itself. So this language aim, this duty is to mind the people's fill the people's mind with knowledge. That is the main motto of the language. Whatever the language is, it may be English or Telugu or Tamil or whatever the language is, it does like that. Since language is a skill, it naturally comes under psychomotor domain. This language, it comes under, it is not the content based subject, it is a psychomotor domain. A skill may be called the ability to do something well, like swimming, playing, etc., are skills which people perform after acquiring them. Importance of acquiring them. So what the skills and abilities, when we learn them, we try to implement them. Now the importance of language. It is playing a vital role in our day-to-day communication throughout the world. Without the language, we cannot move, we cannot survive, we cannot do anything. It is playing a vital role or main role in our day-to-day communication, day-to-day life. Now, language skills. What are the language skills we have? Here we are going to discuss English language. Actually, this English language is having the 4 language skills. They are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Out of these 4 language skills, out of these 4 skills, the two skills without going to school we can learn. They are listening and speaking. But through going to the school, we should learn reading and writing. These 4 skills are playing a main role in our global world or in our 21st century, especially in communicating in corporate companies or in other software companies. Wherever we go, these skills are playing a vital role to communicate with all the community peoples. So in among all these 4 skills, the question arises. What is the question here, students? Listen here. What is the question arises? Among these 4 skills, which is the top priority skill? Here it is a difficult task to find out which is the top priority skill, which is not the top priority skill. But here we can say without any kind of hesitation, listening is the top priority skill, because a child learns first in his life the listening skill when he reaches at 3rd or 4 months with listening some sound in the house. Like a child gets the language ability, the listening ability from his childhood. When he listens only, he imitates to learn. Without listening, he cannot imitate. Without imitating, he cannot learn anything. Now let us go to discuss the listening skill, the listening process, and the steps of listening and the barriers of listening, and how to improve the listening skill. Let us go to discuss through this listening skill, which is the more and more important skill among the four skills. All the skills are important, no doubt at all. But among all these 4 skills, listening is the more important skill. Now, number one, sorry, steps of listening. Steps of listening. Here we have the sense or hearing. At this stage, the listener simply attends to the speaker to focus on the message. Here, say, so the listener, he just listens. Simply, he can't say sit consciously to receive what the sender is sending the message. Next, after sending, receiving, after hearing, decoding or interpretation. The listener decodes or interprets the message. If the listener fails to misinterpret the words correctly, the message is misunderstood. So, the listener, he does what? He decodes that message in his own words to convey the message to avoid the misunderstanding. Next, evaluation. At this stage, the listener decides what to do with the received information. The judgments you make at the stage of evaluation are crucial to the listening process. Here in this evaluation part, the listener, he decides what to do after listening that information, what to do and what not to do. See, our earlier elders, elders, our seniors, our teachers, they guided us, they advised us, this you have to do, that you should not do. So here we ourselves should evaluate which is good and which is not good. So we should evaluate and we should decide what to do and what not to do with the getting the information. That is left for yourself. Next, response. After receiving that information, it depends on your response. Next, which is the more important, the importance of listening. Here it is more and more important. Communication is not complete without effective listening. Already I explained that without listening we cannot say anything. Communication is not complete without effective listening, because if we don't listen effectively, we could not send the message as it is to other peoples. It gets some misunderstanding, then the aim of the sending message will go in another way. It becomes the wrong. Listening helps finding out more information for decision making or problem solving. Here, see, which is more, why it is more and more important. The jury members, the judges, or the village elders, or anybody, they have to listen carefully the problem. After that only they can give the judgment, they can solve the problem. Without listening we cannot. Even the students in the classroom also, while I am explaining today, if you don't concentrate on my subject, you cannot understand what I am saying. After that you cannot do anything. So the listening is more and more important. You have to concentrate what the teacher is saying and what the elders are saying, what somebody is saying. That is much important to get the information. Listening helps in learning about people and how their minds work. And when we are listening, we can understand how they are and how their life, the mindset is. It helps in improving relations with people. When we listen carefully, it improves the relationship with other peoples. The necessary art of listening, which is also the more important. The necessary art of listening also more and more important. Professional people spend their 65% of their time listening. Professionals means here who are the experts. They themselves are spending 65% of their time on listening. Here to speak, and it is very easy task, but the listening is the great task. Great, it is a patience activity, patience skill. We should have a great patience to listen in learning new ideas or concepts so that one can understand people better. When we have some new ideas and a new concept, we can understand in better way. The purpose or importance of listening. It means why do we listen? What is the purpose of listening and the importance of listening? To get an introductory idea of an oral message, it means when we listen some oral message we get on the topic to understand the main points of lecture. When we listen we can understand what are the main points of the lecture. To discover the speaker's idea during a conversation, and you yourself can discover the speaker's idea in meanwhile the conversation. To understand different viewpoint in order to contribute to a discussion. When you listen and you can share in a discussion. Aim a broad understanding of the subject matter of a seminar. When you listen the seminar, you can understand the broad concept of the seminar. It facilitates good relationship with people. When you are having the patience of listening, it facilitates it improves the good relationship with the peoples. To obtain specific information, when we listen with patience we can get the specific information. To understand new changes and development in a particular field, when we attend a seminar or when we attend a webinar or when we attend a conference, we can get some new changes, new ideas, and also new knowledge we can add to our own knowledge, already existing knowledge. To broaden one's outlook and understanding or seek evidence for one's own point of view. After receiving all those things, you can think in your own point of view. It helps in learning about people, how their minds work. So it means when we listen that we can understand how the people's mind is working. It helps in understanding the problem clearly and solving the same. When we listen carefully only we can understand very clearly and we can solve the problem. Listening builds trust. It is more important. When we listen that his words or the boss words or anybody's words, and when we follow them, it it creates the trust, belief in us at the boss. We trust people who listen to us, and also we can trust the people who are following our words, who are following us, who are listening us, and we are more open to their influence, guidance, and persuasion. Importance of skills. As a student, what is the important? As a professional, what we are having important? Let us see in separate. As a student, he must concentrate to lectures because that is his duty to understand, and he must understand the instructions. He must listen the instructions which is given by his teachers, his seniors, his principal or anybody, and he must listen conversations. He must listen the views on GD, various communication activities. These things, these few points have to be done by a student. As a professional, what we have to do? We have a professional, he has to listen carefully to the customers. In business especially, the customers are very very important. When the business person can attract the customers, he develops immediately. So it is more important phenomena to the business peoples to listen the customers, and also the employee should listen the boss, and in the peer group in his team, and also subordinates, and seminar presentations, various forums. Like in a professional we have to listen, as a student we have these few points. Difference hearing and listening. Here, hearing and listening, the simple idea of listening and hearing Hearing means without having the concentration. Listening means with more concentration. This is simple idea. Now, what is hearing? What is listening? Let us see. Hearing is a mechanical process, unconcerned. A listener plays a passive part. Here, just the body present, the mind absent. The mind goes outside and comes sometimes into his mind, sorry, into his body. But in listening, the mind and body both are very, very attentive. A dynamic activity and involves interpretation. Indifferent to message. So he is not concentrating, so he is not receiving. Involuntary happens automatically. Without he himself, it happens. Passive process. He is not active in hearing mode. A one-way process. There is no two-way process. Just the speaker speaks. Just he acts like listening, but not listen. But here, listener plays active part in listening position. The listener plays active part, and he comes voluntarily. There, involuntarily he comes, but here he comes voluntary and involve conscious effort. He puts with concentration effort. Here, active process. There, passive process. Here, active process. It is a two-way process. In hearing, it is only one-way process, but in listening, it is a two-way process. Sometimes he interacts with the speaker. It is called a two-way process. Types of listening. Here we have some types of listening. Informative listening. They are vocabulary, concentration, memory. Goal is to accurately receive information from another person. Does not involve criticizing or judging, only learning. Here, vocabulary. When we are learning some new vocabulary, we should listen. Then only we can get some information. And concentration. When we put concentration, only we can get some information. Memory. When we put concentration, we can memorize the received information. And goal is to accurately receive. Then only we can receive for what purpose we sit there, and does not involve criticizing or judging, only learning. In that type of situation, most of the people just they come and sit, and they will go. They say this knows to everybody. But if you listen carefully, if you listen attentively, you don't criticize. Just you only get some information. It is called learning. Critical listening. Goal is to consider ideas heard from a speaker to decide if they make sense. It is critical listening. Goal is to consider ideas heard from a speaker to decide if they make sense. So when we are sitting, we can listen with the critical conception. Means what he is saying, is it in the sense or not? Helps with making decisions based on logic and evidence rather than on emotion. Empathetic listening. Understand what the speaker is saying and feeling. Empathetic listening means what the speaker is saying, we have to understand. An effort to look at the world through someone else's view. And also, we try to understand how the other people are thinking this one. Irate the client helping a friend with an emotional situation. Appreciative listening. Goal is to listen for enjoyment or entertainment. It means the listen goal is we should listen that we should sit to enjoy the listening and get the entertainment. Does not involve analyzing or evaluating information. By that time only, you don't try to analyze or don't try to evaluate. Just try to appreciate. Sample scenarios include attending a rock concert, listening to music at home, or going to a Broadway show. Like we should do. Identifying the difference between various sounds enables you to differentiate between familiar and unfamiliar language. That is only possible when you listen carefully. The subtlety of accent and pronunciation typical of a language can be identified by this type of listening. Attentive active listening. It is the most desirable type of listening. So, which is more the most desirable type? It involves making a conscious effort to listen attentively and decode the message. So, when we listen attentively only, we can decode the message. Listening to administrative instructions, suggestions, requests, important telephone calls. It means here in our administrative way, in our working place, in our profession, we have to listen to our boss actively, because what the boss advises, what he says, what he instructs, we have to follow them. We should receive the boss phone calls, and suggestions we should follow, instructions we should follow. Passive pretends superficial listening. This involves more hearing than listening. In this position, mostly the people in hearing position, it means pretending through a facial expression. So just they act, they are sitting, they are listening, but they won't concentrate. There is no effort to process the message. Here they want to put any kind of effort to process the message. This message is not absorbed. Passive listening takes place when the receiver is constrained by various psychological and psychological barriers. Selective focus listening. Here the listening is for specific information. It involves selecting the desired part of the message and ignoring the undesired part of the message. The attention of the listener is not focused. The listener lets the mind wander, listening to TV programs, railways, and airport announcements. Just selective focus listening. Here, what we feel which are important to us, there only we put some concentration to receive the message. For example, when we are waiting for the railway station, to get up a train, there we listen carefully to the railway announcements. And in the TV also, when we are say waiting for the news, we are attentively stand there, and what the message which we feel important, there we put our focus on listening. Initiative listening, it is a higher form of listening. It is a higher form of listening which is more high. It means listening through the initiative mind. The listener has to be alert to the speaker's implied meaning, at intention and attitude. Here in initiative meaning, the speaker presents a lot of information related to the topic, but the listener has to concentrate and to find out what is the required information from the message, that he has to get it. Listening barriers. Psychological barriers includes listening barriers. We get some barriers in listening. The number one, state of health of the listener and speaker. When we are sitting, sometimes we may not healthy. It is also a problem. Any form of bodily discomfort makes it difficult to listen attentively. We are all human beings. Sometimes it may happen. Poor health conditions of speaker reduce his ability to speak well. The speaker also, if he is not well, he gives a small sound. He delivers a lecture with a small voice. It is also gets a difficulty to receive the message. Next, disability. Hearing deficiencies may lead to poor listening. Means when we are not having the ability to listen, and speech disorders of the speaker. When he doesn't speak in order, then also it doesn't attract us. Speaking rapidly or speaking in accent leads to unclear message. When the speaker speaks fastly, we cannot receive. At the same time, when he speaks with accent style of phonetics, sometimes we may not receive. Wandering attention. Human mind can process 500 words per minute, whereas a speaker speaks at a rate of 150 words per minute. Here, there is a lot of difference. A speaker can receive 500 per minute, 500 words per minute, but the speaker can send only 150 words per minute. So there are the 350 words gap between the speaker and the receiver. Meanwhile, the receiver can wander here and there. concentrating and analyzing would improve listening. Listening barriers, psychological barriers related to behavioral aspects. It is related to the human beings' behavior. Being unsure about the speaker's ability. The listener may have a preconceived notion of the speaker's ability. So when he is not having the interest, when he speaks, he is not up to the mark. And attitude, the listener may with a know it all. So most of the times it's happening when he attends the meeting, he feels, oh, it is known to me, I need not to attend, or I need not to concentrate, and he is not concentrating, and moreover what he is doing, he is trying to whisper with right side or left side or front side or back side. It makes a disturbance to the people. Attitude and may not listen because he feels he already knows what the speaker has to say. The listener assumes it can be done without much concentration and effort. And over critical attitude may shift to notice faults and errors. See, this is also some people's habit to find out the faults and errors. And impatience, the listeners may not have patience. Already we said that listeners should have great patience, but when we are not having the patience, when we are in impatient mode, we don't listen. It becomes a barrier. And emotional blocks, deep seated beliefs in certain ideas. Another body barriers, physical barriers. When we are listening, the outside somebody will do some noise, person talking on phone, several distractions in the surroundings. When we are in a meeting, the some other person, our next person, our side person is speaking in a mobile. It makes a disturbance with surrounding peoples. All channels should be free from noise during the time of communication. By the time, all types of channels should be closed. Linguistic barriers. Speaker should use the language that the listener understands. Means which language can be understood by the listener, that only should be presented, should be used by the speaker. Otherwise, there is no use of presenting a lot of information in his own language, own accent. Cultural barrier. Speaker and listener belong to diff cultures, share diff values. So they should have, sometimes we may have some barriers, but we try to understand. Interpretation of the meaning can create misunderstandings. Improving listening skills. Efforts by listener. Concentration. Pay attention to the speaker and disallow your mind to wander. How to improve? So we should concentrate, we should pay attention to the speaker, and don't permit your mind to wander here and there. Preparation. Gather information on perceived difficult topics and remove distractions in the environment. You should collect the information. Show interest, look attentive, and use non-verbal cues such as eye contact, nods, smile, etc. You have to do those things. Listen for the whole message. Comprehend both verbal and non-verbal communication such as voice intensely, body movements. This is more important. When the speaker is presenting, we have to concentrate on his verbal communication and non-verbal communication. Dear students, non-verbal communication means our body movements. Empathy. Put yourself in the speaker's shoes. This will help you to better understand what speaker is trying to say. So here what you have to do, don't think in your way, try to think from the speaker side way, then you can understand in better way. Listening before evaluating. Listen first and then evaluate. Before listening you don't evaluate, as premature judgment hampers effective listening. Improving listening skills. Efforts by listener. Note taking. Taking notes enhances the efficacy of the listening process. While you are taking down the notes, you definitely will concentrate, so it improves your listening. Paraphrasing. It is simple restating what another person has said in your own words. Body language. Maintain positive body language and upright posture. Eye contact with the speaker reflects listeners' interest in what is being said. Efforts by speaker. The speaker needs to, what the speaker has to do to attract the people, to put the listener should put concentration. The speaker needs to have clarity of thought and purpose on what he is going to discuss. He should have clarity of thought and purpose for what topic he is going to do and what purpose he is going to present. He should be clear about what is he conveying to the audience. The speaker needs to communicate the message in a lively, stimulating manner which will capture the attention of the listener. The speaker should try to empathize with the listeners. Speaker should modulate his delivery to retain the attention of the audience. Thank you, students. Thank you for listening with great patience. Thank you very much. Let's meet by tomorrow morning with another class. Thank you once again and be safe.